Hey guys, welcome back. Today just a quick video because I think something went missing, another thing went missing through the big release a few days ago. This is just a little thing, but we have gotten a really cool update to the Legacy packs. If you don't know, the Legacy packs are basically these packs that you can get for free once you play the game, and there are basically nearly only trash cards in there. There are some cool cards. There are some cool cards for specific archetypes, for example Gearfried for the Infernoble archetype that would also get new support in the future. There was also, let me think, there was Cyberstein, which is now banished of course, which I was pulling a lot from the pack until I've gotten Cyberstein, and then he just got banned, so that was that. But another cool card has hit the Legacy packs, and I've opened the deck right up for you, which this card will include, and it will make this deck way better. It gives this deck a really nice going second one-turn kill opportunity. And those of you who are wary might know what I'm talking about. It's number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito, which I think artwork wise it's quite nice. I recently, that's why that's funny, I recently looked over Darkwing Blast, so the set that we are basically currently on, but not really, so we have left Darkwing Blast behind and are now on Photon Hypernova when it comes to release cycles, or to be more accurate, we are on Amazing Defenders, the little mini set in which they were the Purely cards, the Mikanko cards, and the Rescuers cards that we will presumably get next month. So I looked at Darkwing Blast and I saw that Mosquito, the Ninja Shadow Mosquito, was the one card, or one of the cards that was still missing, together with the Ninja cards, which go take a look at the video from yesterday. I have linked it up here in the right corner. I will talk about how when I think the Ninja structure deck will come out. I will show you what will come out in September, because we have some leaks there. But back to the topic. Number 2, Ninja Shadow Mosquito. Why is this nice? Let's read it together. You need 2 level 2 monsters. This is obviously Sprite Engine. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no damage from battles involving this card, which this is already nice. You could also use this to make a Zeus. All monsters your opponent controls must attack if able. When an attack is declared, so also your attack, you can activate one of these effects. Detach one material from this card, and if you do, place one hallucination counter on one face-up monster your opponent controls. The effects, if any, of monsters with hallucination counters are negated, which this is already quite nice. You could also use this to negate an opponent's monsters, of course. But the other effect is inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of one monster with a hallucination counter. So just remember, this happens when an attack is declared. So when an attack is declared, you can at first get an hallucination counter on an opponent's monster, negating its effect, and then you can, like every time you attack, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of one monster with a hallucination counter. So let's just imagine your opponent, let's say they have, I don't know, they have a Kashtira Fenrir on the board, okay? You attack the Kashtira Fenrir, then you give them, with the Mosquito, then you give them a hallucination counter. They cannot activate their effect, and then you will also inflict damage to your opponent. So this is the part I am not quite sure about, so guys, let me know in the comments if you know. I think when I attack with this and I give him the hallucination counter, then he will get 2400 damage with the Ninja Shadow Mosquito attack. Could also be the case that I have to attack with another monster to then trigger the second effect, but I think they will both trigger in the same chain, so to say. Let me know in the comments if you know that. But basically you can hallucination counter the Kashtira Fenrir. Now in this example it will not have an effect, it has 2400 attack, and then you can attack into it. It takes 2400, your opponent, because you have attacked into it and it is a hallucination counter on it. And then of course you have maybe some other sprites on the field. Maybe you have a blue and then a jet, which is not much to ask for, because blue into jet is basically your standard line. Or you could even have 2 nimble beavers, right? And then attacking 2 more times would mean that your opponent will take 6, 8, 7, 2 damage. So this is not lethal, of course, but either he has taken 800 damage on another occasion, or you maybe have another monster, or I don't know, a Sprite Gamma Burst. But the thing is that you can see how easy it is to kill your opponent with this card, the Mosquito, because also of the effect negation, right? This is also very strong. Also notice that when an attack is declared, you can activate one of these effects. That means that not number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito has to declare an effect, but your own monsters can also. So that means that you could, in theory, just, if you wanted to negate your opponent's board, use this thing and then attack with your little sprites into your opponent's board, giving all of your opponent's monsters these tokens. So this thing doesn't even need the himself to attack, but it can also do it with the level 2 sprite monsters. So really nice card here, which enables a cool and easy OTK for this deck. Obviously, this is also a way to OTK your opponent. But that's nice because now you can basically put out the Sprite Gamma Burst and put some other more useful card in and have a Ninja Shadow Mosquito ready, which is a card that, as I already said, you could also use for different purposes if you wanted to negate something really bad. And this only costs you 2 materials, so 2 level 2 monsters, which this is quite nice. So a really strong card. It is an ultra rare, which is a bit unfortunate, but you can craft it or you can get it. If you can click on how to obtain, you can also get it from the Legacy pack. So Legacy pack, finally cards that are good in the Legacy pack. Let's just take a look at this right here. And because we are when we were at it at the moment, but you can see there are a lot of useless cards. The Tomahawk is, for example, something that was used in Kastira. What is another useful one? This is a cool card for Blackwing, which I was pretty happy when I was building Blackwing that I actually got this card, or I had this card already. Then we have the Morphing Jar, which can be good at times. Vanity's Ruler cannot be special summoned. Your opponent cannot special summon monsters, which is a floodgate basically, and can be used at some time. Not the worst. And then this is the one I am talking about, Immortal Phoenix of Gearfried, which is a nice card in the Infernoble Knight archetype. It's basically a monster negate. They are also card destruction, really cool for Dark World. So you can see there are a few cards that are not that bad in here. One Day of Peace, also nice for stun decks. What else is in here? You can see the Cyberstein isn't even in here anymore, but yeah, that's it, I think, for the important ultra rare cards, and there are also some super rare cards that can be useful, obviously, but that's quite nice. Now we have an additional ultra rare that is useful in the form of the Ninja Mosquito, which is this card here. If you run your Sprite deck or another level 2 deck, then go for this card. Really strong, really amazing, and basically for free if you can pull it. Though keep in mind, as you can see, there are a lot of ultra rares in here, and I can quickly show you. So luck-wise, I have gotten like 6 of these, and I have 6 of these, but I've never drawn, for example, this one here. So it's a bit uneven when it comes to how I have pulled from this deck, and I think it will be the same with you. It's just statistics, I guess. But yeah, that's it for the Ninja Mosquito. I hope you are also excited. Maybe you Sprite players can incorporate this card. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider subscribing, liking, and hitting the notification bell, and we will see each other in the next one.